Coming up,
Pokemon Go. It's a phenomenon.
Right.
It's bringing marriages together.
It's bringing marriages together.
It's bringing marriages together. He's having fun.
You're listening to The Pod Couple, where John and Masodi and Barbara Lippert debate all things media culture.
Welcome back to another episode of The Pod Couple. I'm John Masodi.
And I'm Barbara Lippert.
And Barbara, today we're going to talk about something that I had to get my arm twisted into to talk about. That would be the Pokemon phenomenon.
Pokemon Go. It's a phenomenon.
Right, which I understand.
Right.
I do understand. I've seen people playing it in my office.
Right.
And apparently there's value here.
Right.
And we're going to talk about it. So
Right. So are you going to be like a codger here?
Well,
Pokey
I'm going
figures?
to be what used to be known as an adult. Anyway, for those who really care or even those who don't care, explain a little bit about Pokemon Go.
Okay. Well, it's very nostalgic for a whole generation of millennials because through the 90s, they played with the cards and they played with it on Game Boy. Now it's back in this version on any smartphone. And it's very easy to download. It's the biggest thing ever. It's bigger than Harry Potter.
Oh, my God.
And it's very easy to get into because they give you a teacher who goes through and shows you how to go to the Pokestops and the Poke Gym and how to capture these little guys, you know, like Pikachu
keeps getting better,
and
doesn't it?
Squirtle.
Right?
And
Good, Squirtle.
yeah,
Good.
and you can post what you found
With
online.
a name like Squirtle, it's got to be good.
It gets you, it's like the anti-Facebook because it gets you outside to meet other like-minded people. So it's stealth social. It's much better than social.
Really?
And also, if I may rave about something else.
Keep going.
How come you hate it so much, John?
It just sounds like the nerds have won. It's just,
Well, the nerds have one. You haven't gotten that yet? Well, first of all, it's bringing marriages together.
It's bringing marriages together.
It's bringing marriages together.
Why? Because there's a critter in your bed and you have to you think he's down there? Go look for him.
Because suddenly your husband wants to go
Now I see a use
out.
for it. You know?
Because suddenly your husband wants to go out and, do these 7 chores because he can find different characters, different pokey characters around town. And the other thing
if you married a man who
social...
needs to be manipulated through looking for his Pokemon to rake the leaves.
I'm not manipulating him. He's having fun. And the other thing is that it's Pokey Mingle if you want it to be.
Oh, my God.
Because you can happen on somebody who's doing it. And it's as an adult, it's hard to make friends. It's really easy to find someone else who's standing around with their phone capturing these people. And I just want to say one more thing. It's like Tinder, but you don't have to go on. It's like Tinder, but you don't have to go on these horrible dates. You can just find monsters.
You're just with the guy.
You can just find monsters who are so much more entertaining.
I think you just gave the whole line for it right there. As an adult, it's hard to make friends. We found the audience.
It's true. I started talking to somebody.
Found the audience.
I started talking to somebody in Starbucks I would never talk about, and then she helped me go out and capture.
Tinder wasn't for me, but this Pokemon Go has filled a hole in my life.
It's so much better than Tinder.
My God.
And
okay.
If you want to talk about how advertisers and marketers can use it, it's going to be huge.
I don't want to, but apparently,
can I?
We can talk about it.
Okay. Because, so say your average ad, you're inside reading something or even on your phone, and then the ad covers what you're reading, and you swat it away and you hate that ad. On Pokemon, an advertiser or marketer can sponsor an area, and so they're there, they want to play, they come into the area because they want to be there and associate good things and fun with that name rather than covering up something and taking your time away.
So it'll lure you in. Like I was down in my basement playing this, and all of a sudden I'm out here, and because now I'm going to buy this Chrysler.
You can play in your living room.
I came in. Oh, even better.
Yeah.
Yes, I will buy this apartment.
Here, John. How about this? a huge population of people who love it will like those names and brands better because they are in the game, whereas otherwise they would see it as, get this ad away from me and I don't want to sit through this.
Right. Well, it's interesting. I mean, I can see applications again. I think if you're not voting, a voting age, it's probably okay to play Pokemon Go or any of these things. If you're...
I found it very adult. Well, for like gamers look down on it because it was so simple in the programming, but so genius. The other thing is that like it's bringing augmented reality to the world and to the marketing world. And we never expected it to come with this way. We expected it to come with some kind of gadget like Google Glass, which really didn't go over and made everybody look doofusy. But here, you're all active and having fun.
No one looks doofusy with this at all. You're in the park as an adult, 45 years old, scooping this thing up.
I've seen, people out in the dark with their kids at night because they haven't gotten enough characters, so you can walk into a lake or fall off a wall, but that is a small price to pay for the fun it's bringing.
I mean,
and the nostalgia and the love of a generation that can take it to the next level.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Well, some people can never be convinced, but I can see the value of it if you're youthful, and there's certain things that I can see it.
You don't have to see the value. You can be the codger and say, "Just get off my lawn." It's okay.
No, if you're on my lawn with this thing, you get
definitely
get out of here.
Away.
Okay. Well, I'm going to stop arguing for a second. I'm going to take the codger thing to heart. Well, I might not be necessarily into this particular game. I will say in the advertising marketing world, I can see some applications where this type of augmented reality to bring you into a retail location or something like that, it could have value. I'm kind of having fun with you and making fun of the fact that this seems to be like the people that used to stay in their basement and play Dungeons and Dragons. This is bringing them out into the real world. And, if that's what it takes I can actually see very valid applications of the technology someplace else. So I do have to give it credit for that. That's kind of cool.
Right.
That said, anything else this week that you're liking at all in this world? Anything good?
Okay. I'm just kind of taking a break from politics, and I'm liking that now because I was so into this from the very beginning, through
the political race for president.
Political race, this crazy political year, and also analyzing Trump and analyzing Hillary. And now it's gotten to the point where it's so 24/7. And something that Trump does is analyzed on television for 3 days straight.
Right.
So I'm just not that interested. And I find I'm taking a politics cleanse for just this week. And I will come back, and by November, it'll be really interesting. I do hope they debate, but I'm finding the cleanse really great for me.
Right. That's good. Actually, I would tend to agree with you on that. It's been a little overwhelming, and it's a little early to be overwhelmed. I think, actually, though, my hot thing I really liked this week in particular, it happened to be politically related, but I thought the Time magazine article that had the graphic of the Trump meltdown, had it not had it didn't really need the headline on the cover.
Yes.
But without that, it's pretty much classic, and it's up there with some of the best magazine covers I've ever seen. And I really love that just as far as good design. So,
right.
Love that.
It was a great design. And, the shame with magazines is that so many fewer people read the paper edition. And it is like turned back to the great magazine cover days of Esquire and George Lois.
See, that would fit me too. Again, I get to be the codger this week. But I don't like Pokemon Go or whatever it is, but I do like paper, print, magazines, all these things. Yeah, I like graphics, and I like being able to hold the paper. I'm holding it now.
I know. Text you.
Right.
Text you.
But anyway, that was a nice way to get together and argue again. So I'm sorry I'm not in the club.
Very enjoyable to argue with you.
All right. Thanks, Barbara. Appreciate it. See you next time.
Okay, bye, John. For more Pod Couple, you can subscribe on iTunes. You can find us on YouTube. We're on Twitter at Pod Couple and on Facebook. And we have a website, thepodcouple.com.
The Pod Couple is media experts John Amisotti and Barbara Lippert, produced by Eon Content Labs and brought to you by EPSILON. We see what others don't. All comments, discussions, materials, and information provided by participants in the Pod Couple are strictly their own opinion and do not constitute any official position or views of EPSILON. Please refer to our terms of use for more information.